Greetings and welcome to In the Loop Weekend Ag Talk, brought to you by Alphen Insurance Agency, the home of Policy Plus. We hope everybody's had a good week. Let's jump over and see what the markets looked like late on Friday afternoon. May corn finished out the week at 653 and a quarter, while December corn ended up at 534 and three quarters. May wheat finished the week at 647 even, while July wheat was at 660 and a quarter. May cotton finished the week at 82.13, while December cotton finished out at 83.24. May soybeans finished the week at 14.69 even, and November soybeans finished out at 12.80. When you insure with Alphen Insurance Agency, you get Policy Plus. That's crop insurance plus a whole lot more. If you've got livestock, especially beef feeder cattle, be sure to give us a call and ask us about livestock risk protection. We actually went out and spoke to the Duplin County Cattlemen's Association last night about a way to set a floor on beef prices. Give us a call. We'll tell you more about it. In the USDA North Carolina Weekly Production Cost Report that came out, looks like this week liquid nitrogen dropped another $15 a ton, and it looks like potash dropped another $12.50 per ton on the 0060 and the 0060 in bulk. So hopefully these commodity prices will continue to drop. Crop update in North Carolina, crops are looking pretty good. When we look at corn planted, we're about 70% in the ground with 48% emerged. Soybeans about 9% planted and cotton about 6% planted. On peanut, looks like we've got 7% of the peanuts in the ground. Winter wheat is at 77% headed, and when we look at conditions here, 1% poor, 13% fair, 74% good, and 12% very good. In some other local news, Dr. Sandy Maddox received the state's highest civilian honor, the Order of Longleaf Pine. The award was signed by NC Governor Roy Cooper and presented to Dr. Maddox at UMO President Dr. H. Edward Croom during the university's recent 20-year Ag Banquet. Maddox has had an extensive career in agriculture spanning over 4 decades. Congratulations, Dr. Maddox, on this prestigious award. And a final reminder, a Sampson County Plow Day tomorrow over in the Herring community. It'll be at 2257 Rabbit Street, Clinton, North Carolina, which is just right down the road from the Herring Volunteer Fire Department. Hope you can bring the family and friends. And remember, this is a family event. Please, no alcohol, no ugly language. Go out there, have a good time, see some old equipment working, and maybe even bring your own stuff and make a run through the fields and bring back some old memories of old times when things were simpler. Hope you guys have a great plow day tomorrow and raise some money for a great cause. When we look in U.S. and world news, the market overview monthly jobs report was better than expected as 253,000 non-farm jobs were added. This is up 165,000 and the versus the 185,000 expected. The unemployment rate was 3.4%, the lowest reading since 1969. Average hourly earnings were up 0.5% month over month. This is up 0.3% from last month. Labor force participation was steady at 62.6%. When we look at different commodities, we'll start with corn. During the week ending May 2nd, funds sold 64,099 contracts. Old crop corn tested some new lows this week, but prices managed to recover by weekend. Thus far, it appears only a technical bounce. When we look at wheat, during the week ending May 2nd, funds sold 7,737 contracts. Chicago wheat was higher this week, owning the gains to sharp rally on Wednesday. Open interest dropped 3,000 contracts, which indicated that some of the rally was short covering. However, there were some fresh longs coming into the market as well. When we look at cotton during the week ending May 2nd, funds bought 272 contracts. Cotton had a good week, including a limit up move. Export sales were higher than expected, and the 80-cent range showed signs of being doable support. New crop generally traded in line with old crop, as has been the case over the last few months. Soybeans during the week ending May 2nd, funds sold 22,009 contracts. Old crop soybeans were little changed for the week, and the $14 support level continues to hold. All eyes now are turning to next week's WASDE report. When we look at live cattle during the week ending May 2, funds bought 1,799 contracts. June live cattle were lower for the week as the cash market hit a bit of a wall. Open interest dropped by 15,000 contracts, and funds were holding a bit in a long position. They're willing to book profits and reduce risk. Cutouts moved to 309.52, which was down a little for the week, but they're holding the 300 level with consistency. When we look at feeder cattle during the week ending May 2nd, funds bought 468 contracts. August feeder cattle snapped a 5-week winning streak with a sharp decline. Total open interest for feeders had reached a near record high. Being a small market, the fund-driven liquidation had some oversized effects. While the uptrend was damaged some, the trend is still higher. When we look at crop progress across the U.S., winter wheat conditions are seen at 28% good to excellent. As the chart shows, conditions are the lowest in the last 29 years. Some of our major wheat producing areas looks like they have got potential to have terrible crop quality this year and production. Corn planting was seen at 26% complete across the U.S. Soybean planting at 19% complete. Cotton was at 15%. Spring wheat planting was at 12% complete, and we will give you an update next week after we get the May WASDE report from USDA. When we look down to Brazil, scattered showers benefited immature corn in western and southern farming areas, while seasonal dryness dominated northeastern cotton areas. In Rio Grande do Sul, soybeans were 30% filling to mature as of April 27 and 70% harvested, while corn was 82% harvested. Dry conditions prevailed elsewhere, including cotton areas in the northeastern interior. When we look to Argentina, field work advanced with rain providing a timely boost of moisture for winter grain germination in the northwest. According to the government of Argentina, corn was 24% harvested as of April 27 versus 35% last year, while soybeans were 32% harvested. 46% would have been the case last year. Cotton was 19% harvested compared with 23% last year. More updates as they come on our South American neighbors and their harvest and planting of their second crop. And this week, we're going to open up the community spotlight and give a congratulations to McClenny Farms of Mount Olive, North Carolina, on being the recipient of a recent award. The McClenny brothers received from the NC Grantham Grange the Farm of the Year award at the annual Community Service Awards presentation from the NC Grantham Grange last week on April 24th. McClenny Farms is in Mount Olive, North Carolina, and they grow soft red winter wheat, soybeans, corn, cotton, cucumbers, and sweet potatoes. In addition to row crop production, they also own and manage 3 swine farms. Congratulations to John and Murray McClenny and their families on this award, and thank you for all your hard work and things you do to help feed and clothe the world. Congratulations, guys. Well, just about quitting time. Thanks for tuning in, folks, to this edition of In the Loop Weekend Ag Talk, brought to you by Alphen Insurance Agency, the home of Policy Plus. Thanks to all the farmers who help feed and clothe the world. We hope you all have a good weekend. And remember, make time for yourself. Keep mental health a priority. Also make time for those around you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.